What's up, YouTube? M40 here. The requests were coming in 2 weeks ago when I profiled this deck for duels, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, Robbie's got a new Gadget deck." I slightly modified the one I was playing. I dropped the walls and basically started playing more Fiendish Chain. It seemed to work out relatively nicely. I've also got the one of Mere Force currently in the main, but the point of the new testing was the additional support that we were getting on Legacy, and I actually wanted a reason to test out the 2510 Utopia for kicks because I was actually very interested to see how this card went. Out of the 50 some games I played, never made this card, not once. Um, that's how worthless it actually is. But we'll discuss that in a little bit. So, if you guys have heard me talk about Red Ox Gadgets, I'm not really going to spend too much time on this. Just going to talk about a few key things that I still feel are important. For the reactive guys, 2 Trigoidia, Machina Engine, Cannon, and the 2 Fortress. 2 Red Ox, Reborn's Band, you have to play 2, and then the triple Machina Gear Frame. Also playing the 1 Myremelio. Myremelio is still broken. Just general searchability for Void Trap, Polar Bottomless, and she gets around Bottomless herself. Many players seem to think that this card is not needed. It is. Combined with Red Ox, it's a breaker. It's something that this deck has needed for quite some time, and it's even a one of. I mean, you have no reason not to play it. As for the gadgets, 6 of them. Sometimes you run out, sometimes you don't. I mean, you have Daigusto Emerald if you're really worried about running out. 3 Kage Tokage, and then 3 Tin Goldfish just for the general spam, and then triple Maxi for hand traps. I mean, if you're really worried about getting OTK'd, you have these and 2 Trags, and Trag should be as big as the moon when you drop it. As for spells, Dark Hole and triple MSD. Oh boy. As for traps, 1 Void Trapple. This card gets me out of so many situations. It's basically a better bottomless trapple, and it sucks to say that, but I'm kind of glad that we still have Void. 1 bottomless, 1 Mere Force, 1 Torrential, the 2-dimensional prison, 1 compulse, triple Fiendish Chain, very, very, very nice, and then the 1 of Solemn Warning. As for the extra deck, Cowboy, Dweller, Laval Chain, Maestroke. These are all fundamentally stable. You do have to keep in mind Laval Chain does have multi-purpose for dropping this guy or this guy from the deck, plus it deck thins, so you have plenty of targets. Your basic new BS card is going to be Beelzebub. The minute you go -1, ITT pitch Maxi turn 1, nuke your opponent's board for 4 cards. Yeah, the struggle's real. You just get the free board wipe during your main phase or your opponent's battle phase. If your opponent has more cards in their hand and field and outnumbers yours, you can detach 1 material from this card, destroy all other cards. So you can double chain this effect, which is stupid. It's not once per turn. No. Oh no. They made it up to twice per turn. I might actually consider playing 2 of these, just because of how bustedly dumb this card is. Oh, and did I mention he's a light? 1 Diamond Dire, 1 Giant Hand, because I can. 1 101. Alright, let's be real here. I looked at this card the first time, I'm like, okay, it's a Relinquish Maestroke. I thought it was terrible. Started testing it, sucked up a few Garunics, went, okay, this card's cute. Started sucking up more relevant threats like Big Eye. Yeah, this card's good. Basically, this is your defensive line. I'm also considering playing 2 of this. The fact that you can just suck up any threat on the board, very important. Same reasoning behind Beelzebub. You can -1 yourself very easily in this game, just by stupid, silly misplays, and then you can punish your opponent for it. It's ridiculous. 1 Black Ship of Corn. I really don't make this guy as much anymore. It's kind of sad. I did cut Gear Gigant down to 1. It really wasn't relevant. I do hate saying that, but the 1 was relevant. That was it. I mean, yeah, you get your searches, but I mean, beyond that, I'm gonna want to go into much more powerful XYZs. Same thing with King of the Virulent. He's my turn 1 go-to guy, just to set up additional XYZ plays, because 101 and Beelzebub are real threats. I was playing Utopia and Utopia 1 for kicks. None of these cards were relevant. I'd probably just cut them for Pearl and Ouroboros. There were times where I kind of wanted Ouroboros, but the rest of the extra deck made up for it. And then Big Eye and Dracosec. We know what these cards do. These were the rotation cards. Like I said, you can very easily drop Utopia or Utopia 1 for any of these. Or if you want to play another 101 or another Beelzebub, I would recommend that. I'm probably going to tinker around with this. Daigusto Emerald was another choice I was contemplating. I mean, it just seems more times than not. I mean, if I'm really worried about a situation, I'll just go into Giant Hand over, the potential +1 from Emerald. Because at least 106 Giant Hand I can sit against rogue, things like Insectors, just because I have the extra deck Valor. Really eliminates the need for me to even play Valor, which is actually pretty nice. So tell me what you guys think about this deck in the comments section down below. Like I said, probably not as lengthy of a tutorial as people want, but you guys get the general idea. I talk about gadgets all the time. Just spruced up the extra deck a little bit. Really interesting cards coming out in this next set. I didn't realize 2 cards could actually do a lot for this game. Oh wait, they're extra deck cards. It's like my deck never even changed. So tell me what you guys think, and I'm out now, guys.